Welcome to our JavaScript web course. In this video, I will go over using a code editor and structuring the HTML document. In this course, I will be using Microsoft Visual Studio Code. This is also referred to as VS Code. You do not need to use this development tool. You may use your own editor or your own tools. Should you wish to learn about Visual Studio Code, there are a lot of resources here to further your knowledge. I am merely using it to write the code. It is not my intent to teach you all of the features of Visual Studio Code. It is free and available for every platform. I also use the Firefox browser. You may use whichever browser you choose, and it is always a good idea to test your code in multiple browsers. This video is recorded in January 2022, so in the future, this web page layout may change. I am now looking at the Visual Studio Code editor. I would like to point out that on the left-hand column here in Visual Studio Code, this icon indicates extensions. Should you wish to use this program, or should you use a different development environment, you probably want to research the Emmet extension. This extension will allow you to write your HTML code very quick and easy. You also probably would want to install a code formatter such as Prettier or Beautify. There are other extensions available for this program and other editors that may be useful to you in writing your code. When I go to the File menu and choose New File, it asks me to select a language. When I click, I see all of the different languages supported. So since we will be predominantly using the HTML document, I can click that and it automatically knows it is a .html extension. Because I have the Emmet extension installed, I can type in the exclamation point and then hit the Tab key, and my basic HTML tags and structure are already available here for me. Since this is a web programming class, you need to be using correct syntax and structure for an HTML5 document. Should you not do this, you may lose points on your assignment. First, we have the doc type, then we have the opening and closing HTML element. Notice we have the lang attribute inside the opening HTML tag. That is for accessibility. That tells the screen reader that this language is English. We now have the head section and the body section. All content and HTML code that is being displayed on the web page belongs inside the opening and closing body tag, not on top of it, not underneath it. In the head section, you see we have 3 meta tags, which are commonly used in all documents. We have the title element also. Notice the order in which they are coded. Should you be using an embedded style sheet, it will be placed after the title, not anywhere else. Should you be using an external style sheet, the link element belongs on top of the opening and closing embedded style tags, not anywhere else. Should you have JavaScript code, it will probably be placed in the head section in between the opening and closing script tags. Notice the opening script tag does not have type equals text/JavaScript. That is no longer required in HTML5. However, you will see it being used. It is used in the current textbook. You may use it, however, you don't have to. Should you be using an external JavaScript file, you will still use the opening and closing script tags. The opening script tag will have a source attribute which indicates the name of the file. Should that file be located in a folder, you will need a path as you would with any HTML file. It may not matter whether the external JavaScript file goes on top of the embedded files. It would depend on the code being executed. You may have multiple external JavaScript files. You may also see them located in the body section, typically before the closing body tag. You will have a header element at the top of the body section. It will contain an H1 element also. Should you have JavaScript tags inside the body, they will be placed inside an HTML element, such as a paragraph, section, or div. They will not be just placed randomly on the page. I suggest using the W3C validator to validate your code, making sure you have a correct HTML5 document. If you don't know the URL, you can Google it. There is also a CSS validator should you wish to add CSS to your document. I do provide sample code for all of my lectures, so if you have any question to the document structure, please refer to my code layout.